mean, what about the name? How did you guys settle on the name from Ultimate to Ruff Endz? Yeah.
We weren't good at names, we could write a song, but to come up with a name of a group, two young boys, like we was like, and we would come up with stuff, and we was like, nah, that ain't it. We just knew that it just wasn't there. We was like, we just can't figure it out, So what happened was, it was a group. You familiar with Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah.
But it was a group in Baltimore called the Ghetto Rats, and they were like the Baltimore Wu-Tang Clan. It was a lot of New York niggas in this group. It was some Baltimore and a bunch of New York niggas all together in one big group. It was like 30 of these niggas, you know what I mean? And they had, people's name was like Savage and Mordecai and all of these different kind of names. But they was some ill crazy dudes, man. I'm like, phenomenal talent, especially for back in the era. It was matching with what was going on right then, you know what I mean? But one of the cats was like, we was hanging around these guys, and these are all rappers. Some of these guys still on the streets hustling, but in the music space, when we got over the house with them and we got into that music space, it was all vibes, man, and it was all love. These were some of the coolest dudes, man, we met. And we would sing over their beats, and they was trying to do a Wu-Tang Clan kind of album. They're trying to do their own project, and we were doing songs on it. And one of the guys came up with the name. He was like, yo, y'all got to come up with y'all name, yo. What y'all gonna call yourself? We was like, yo, we tried it. Yo, we tried coming up with names, yo. That just ain't, it's just not it. We was like deuce and all this kind of stuff. We was like deuces. So he was like, nah, you know what I mean? And then one guy was like, all right, we will think about it. A couple days later, he was like, yo, I got it. He was like, everybody was around too. He was like, yo, I got the name, bro. We was looking at it, it was like, Ruff Endz. That's it. Everybody looked around like, yo, that's it. He was like, all right, Ruff Endz, that sure sound like something. We don't, you know what I mean? That sound like something. But, I think it would be a name fitting in the sense of where the origins of being like a diamond in the rough, coming from rough beginnings, you know what I mean? This is where growing up in the rough part of Baltimore, like seeing a lot was happening as our album, we were working on our project. A lot of our friends was dying, you know what I mean?
Wow.
When we're going to be working on our movie soon, the Ruff Endz movie, man. It's going to be definitely going to be in the works. It's the first time I'm actually talking about it on the platform, but we got a lot to say, man, because you've seen The Wire, that's where we grew up. You know what I mean? So our stories interwoven with some stories that's on there. So I mean, there's some things to talk about what was going on and what music really saved us from. You know what I mean? So and that's the blessing that God gave you. He gave you the talent, and in that talent is also your safety. You know what I mean? And if I wasn't looking within to get it, I mess around, could have been caught up on these streets, and definitely would have not been here. There's so many of my friends are gone now. You know what I mean? Or locked, behind bars. So God is good, man. To the Most High God.
Yeah, you guys have got the name, and one of the things you never touched on is that were you guys pretty much writing and producing your own stuff in those early days before you signed with Epic? Was that, or did you have somebody else coming in and bringing the music?
We were writing. I was kind of writing my own stuff because we didn't have and couldn't afford in the days that we grew up. A studio session was $100 and something. You know what I mean? There was nobody you can go over somebody's house. And so unless you knew somebody that had some equipment that cost thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? Thousands of dollars just for a keyboard that could record, you know what I mean? And you had, very limited tracks and stuff. It was very, prehistoric, but, so we was like, my family was very musical. I understood how to write a song because I was around my brothers writing songs, and I sung songs, and I was, we had the songbook, and I was looking at the chorus, and I understood a hook and a verse and how it transitions into the, it just was there. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, we can write a song, write our own song. I know how, we got this. Come on. So I started, because I already wrote my first gospel song, the song to the Lord. I was a kid before I even was in high school. So I'm like, I wrote a song before we can do this. So we wrote a song called Anything for Your Love. That was our smash little song we called Anything for Your Love. That was a song we sung for Patti LaBelle too, which is that's another story. But we wrote all of these different songs, and we were not knowing that we were growing. Did we have it all together? No. You know what I mean? I had the basic concept and I had the talent and the ability, but was it fully developed? No. But we kept doing it and doing it and doing it, just like Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? Thousands of shots he takes, a day. And how many people want to do that? You know what I mean? How many people want to do the sacrifice? They want to be like Michael Jordan, but they don't want to have Michael Jordan's work schedule and his workout schedule. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. So that was the thing about us, but we wasn't afraid of work as kids, man. And that passion really drove it. Yeah. We just wanted to do it. People told us no.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.
I begin